All right, we've got a question here. We have to find the values of A, B, and C. All right, we could use equating the coefficients, but we're going to use the critical values instead. All right, so we're going to look and ask what is the critical value here, right? So we're going to take x minus 1, right? Because remember, the critical value is going to wipe away most of the variables and is going to enable you to find certain values like the value of c. All right, so we have x minus 1 equals 0, right? So x equals 1, right? So x equals 1 is our critical value, right? So I'm going to say when x equals 1, okay, when x equals 1, right, this is our critical value. So we're going to substitute 1 for x everywhere in this expression. So we're going to have 2, 1 cubed, all right, minus 7, 1 squared, plus 7 times 1 minus 5, all right? So as we said, the critical value is going to make sure most variables go away. So when we substitute x for 1 here, our a variable is going to go because 1 minus 1, that is 0. 0 times a is 0, okay? So this one goes, we'll have a 0 here. Okay, our a has been cancelled out, plus, all right? If we substitute x for 1 again here, right? 1 minus 1, that is 0, all right? And 0 times b is going to be cancelled out because it's 0. So we have plus 0 plus c. So we remain with our c. So 1 cubed is 1. 1 times 2, that is 2. All right. 1 squared is 1. 1 times negative 7, we get negative 7. 7 times 1, that's 7. So plus 7 minus 5, all right, equals C. All right, so now we're going to solve 2 minus 7, that's going to be 2 minus 7, that's negative 5, plus 7, that's 2, minus 5, that's negative 3. All right, so therefore C equals negative 3. All right. So now I want to find the values of A and B. So we're going to just pick some numbers which we can equate x to see if we can get the values. So let's say when x equals 0, all right, when x equals 0, oops, all right, when x equals 0, right, so we're going to substitute for 0 for x in all these expressions here, all right? So we're going to have 2, 0 to the power 3, minus 7 times 0 squared plus 7 times 0 minus 5. Okay. Okay, so if x equals 0, we'll say 0 minus 1, that is negative 1, all right? Negative 1 times a, all right? That's negative a, all right? Negative a, okay? When x equals 0, b is going to be cancelled out. This expression is cancelled out. So we're going to have negative a plus c on this side. Negative a plus c on this side. All right? 2 times 0, that's 0. 7 times 0, that's 0. And 7 times 0, that's also 0. So we have negative 5 equals negative a plus c. So now, since we already know our value of c, right, we're going to substitute it. So we'll have negative a plus negative 3. Okay. All of this is equal to negative 5. Okay, so we're going to take this, our negative 3 over. We'll take negative 3 over to the left-hand side. Or what we can do is we can take negative a over to the left-hand side so it becomes positive. Then negative 5, we take it over to the right-hand side, all right? So we'll take negative a to the left-hand side. So we'll have a equals, right, negative 3 plus 5, okay? And therefore, negative 3 plus 5 is 2. So our value for a is 2, all right? Now, since we've got our value for a, let's now find our value for b, okay? So we've already used x equals 1, that was our critical value. We've already used x equals 0. So we can now use when x equals negative 1, right? So we say when x equals negative 1, okay, when x equals negative 1, all right? So we're going to substitute, we're going to have, just make a line here to demarcate. Yeah, so we're going to have 2 times negative 1 cubed minus 7 times negative 1 squared plus 7 times negative 1 minus 5, all right? This is for the left hand side. Then on the right hand side, okay, now let me do it like this. Left hand side, and then the right hand side here. Okay, on the right hand side, we're going to have a of negative 1 minus 1 to the power 3 plus b times negative 1. Okay, we have it. And then we open brackets again, we say again negative 1 minus 1, all right, plus c, okay. So we're going to solve first on the left hand side and not the right hand side, all right. Negative 1 cubed is negative 1. Negative 1 times 2, all right, that is negative 2, all right. This is negative 2. 7, oh, negative 1 squared is 1. 1 times negative 7 is negative 7. So maybe let me be writing this down here. Right? So on our left hand side, we're going to have negative 2 minus 7, right? 7 times negative 1 is negative 7. So minus 7, right? Minus 5. This is going to be on our left hand side. And on our right hand side, all right, negative 1 minus negative 1, that's negative 2. Negative 2 cubed, that gives us negative 8a. And we have negative 8a, right? Negative 1 minus 1, you get negative 2. Negative 2 times negative b, we get positive 2b. Oops, positive 2b. Positive 2b. It will be plus c. All right. All right, so we solve on our left-hand side. We say negative 2, okay, negative 2 minus 7, that gives us negative 9, minus 7, that gives us negative 16, minus 5, that gives us negative 21. Right, so we have negative 21 equals, all right, we already have our values for A and C, so we say we have negative 8 times 2 plus 2b, right, plus our c, we already have its negative 3, right? C is negative 3, right? So negative 8 times 2, that's negative 16, all right? That's negative 16. Negative 16 minus 3, that is negative 19, all right? That's negative 19. So if we take negative 19 onto the left-hand side, we're going to have negative 21 plus 19, all right? Negative 21 plus 19 equals 2b, all right? Negative 21 plus 19 equals 2b, all right? Negative 21 plus 19, that gives us negative 2. Gives us negative 2. Negative 2 equals 2b. So I'm going to divide both sides by 2, all right? So negative 2 divided by 2, that gives us negative 1. So our b value is negative 1. Okay, b is negative 1, a is 2, and c is negative 3.